So in this video, we'll answer the question of how do you check your case status if you're waiting for an interview overseas for an embassy, or here in the US for USCIS, or your court hearing. So let's talk about that in this video, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody. In this video, I want to answer a question for one of our YouTube subscribers. Her name is Jane, and Jane is asking the following. I have a quick question. I'm waiting for an interview from the National Visa Center. How do I check my status and if I'm still getting my interview? This is a very common question that we get right now for people that are waiting for interviews in different agencies, and I'm going to kind of break it down into what we should do in each. But before that, if you're here for the first time, make sure you subscribe to our channel, click that bell to be notified. We do videos every single week, and I don't want you to miss any videos. I'm Jacob Sapochnick. I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California, and we practice immigration in all 50 states, and we produce those videos for you every single week to keep you informed, to keep you updated, and we also listen to your questions. And just like in this video, I'm answering Jane's question because this is a question that a lot of you have. So let's talk about this question. So Jane is right now at the MVC stage. So her I-130s were approved, and she's waiting at the NVC for everything to be completed. And then once the process at NVC is over, the case will be scheduled for an interview at the US Embassy. So Jane is right now at the MVC stage, which is kind of like it's a middle stage between USCIS when your immigrant petition is filed and the US Embassy. Anybody who is at the MVC stage right now is pending, is waiting, because embassies are closed. There are no interviews that are being currently conducted, and therefore a lot of things are on hold. And the MVC is also kind of backlogged right now because they're not able to push cases out from their queue for interviews. So what I would suggest for people to do, as embassies are going to start opening up, you want to call the MVC. There's a phone number, and that phone number is right here on the screen, and we'll post it right here. You can call this phone number at the MVC, and you'll be able to get a case status information as to where your case is, to make sure that you're not missing any documents. Sometimes people upload, those of you that use the online system, you upload documents like birth certificates or any other supporting documents, and sometimes there are mistakes. Sometimes they're not clear, those documents. So it is good to follow up with them to make sure that they do have the correct documents and your case is already scheduled in queue for an interview and they don't need any other information. Sometimes they do need documents and people don't realize it because they don't check their online account. So I would just call the MVC number and just follow up and make sure that everything is good. And then once that happens, you're going to be in the queue for an interview, and then you just have to wait for the embassies to open, and then you'll be able to get your interview scheduled. Now, if you are at the USCIS section, right, if you're in the stage of USCIS, so you filed an I-130, or you filed an adjustment of status and your case is pending, or you had an interview that was scheduled, but then it was rescheduled, and we're just waiting for new dates, then the best thing to do is to call the USCIS information number. That number is here as well, right here. Call this number, and they will be able to, a customer service person is going to be able to talk to you and let you know what's happening with your case, and maybe even about a potential interview date. Like right now, there are no dates yet scheduled. Remember, USCIS is still closed. They're going to reopen on June 4th. We know that embassies are also going to hopefully reopen in June. So it will be a good idea kind of towards the end of May to give them a call and just kind of figure out where your case is and whether an interview has been rescheduled or not. So that will be a good place to start and follow up if you are at the USCIS stage. If you are at the embassy stage already, so you already passed USCIS and you are at the embassy interview point where you already had an interview, that interview was rescheduled, as soon as those embassies open, you can email them. Every embassy, just go to the embassy that you're dealing with. So if you're dealing with Frankfurt or Manila, you just go to their website, and each embassy has their own way to inquire. So it's really important to go on their website because they update that all the time. So you go on the individual embassies that you're dealing with and see, you can email them and see if an interview has already been rescheduled. And it's really important for people that are DV lottery winners, because you guys have to be first in line to make sure that your dates are not going to be missed. And finally, if you are pending a court hearing, your hearing was rescheduled because the courts are closed, we just call the court. There's a court general number where you can call and be able to UIR information number to be able to find out where your next hearing is, and so you'll be well prepared for that as well. So, but I think most of our questions, most people are concerned that people are stuck overseas and they are either at the NVC stage, there's like the question of Jane, or they had interview scheduled at the US Embassy and then they were rescheduled because the embassy is closed. And those are the most questions that we get right now. People are really concerned. So what I would do is really monitor when embassies are going to reopen. Trust me, we're going to be the first to put a video out there, let you know when embassies are going to reopen, and just kind of get familiar, as I said, with the website and the inquiry format for each embassy, so you can email them and find out more information about your visa status. But if you're at the NVC stage, just give them a call. I think that's the best thing to do. Call them early in the morning and try to get a case status to make sure that everything you submitted to NVC is there, and so no delays will be happening. So that's pretty much the update on this. Let me know if you have any questions. Post them in the comment below if you have any questions, suggestions, or any confusion on that. And if you have any questions that you want me to make videos on, post them in the comments below, and I'll make sure to do that. The information also in the description of the video. And once again, subscribe to our channel, click right here, and share the video with somebody who may be interested. And if you want to continue the discussion about updates about visas, delays, join our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group specifically dedicated to this crisis. A lot of people are there, questions, answers, and I want to see you there as well. So hopefully we'll see you in the Facebook group, comments below, and I'll see you in our next video. Thanks for watching.